Nifty. Okay, what I'll do is first of all show you. Uh, uh, yes. How to just quickly set up on the volume profile charts. Okay, so you can add the indicators from here. Okay, you can add the indicators from here, and then you can also select the chart type from here. Okay, so what we'll do is probably we'll delete all drawings and delete all indicators. Okay, so it's just a plain chart that you see. Okay. Yes, I'll discuss this IOC thing, Manish. Okay. So what you see here is the plain charts that you have, right? Okay. So first of all, let's say I want to set up the volume profile thing. I'll go to this. I'll go to order flow. There are two types of volume profile available if you see. One is your volume profile tick and one volume profile. Tick is basically at a lower level of accuracy, which is better accuracy, and profile is mostly a higher, at a minute bar or a little more than that. Okay, so generally, if you're looking at long-term data, probably use volume profile. If you're looking at very short-term data, 10 days, 15 days, 30 days, then use this. Okay, I generally use this. So this is a volume profile tick. Okay, so what I have done is now how to set this up quickly is basically a couple of things. Okay, value area 70%, which is basically value area is a concept of where most of the value is lying. So here essentially when I say 70%, it means 70% of the trading has happened in this region and it is color coded differently. It's a profile concept and a market profile, volume profile concept. So essentially what we are trying to do is we are saying that, okay, 70% of the, highlight me a region where 70% of the trading has happened. That is my most traded region in the market, typically the region. Okay. Now the most traded point is called the VPOC, which is highlighted in the red color if you see. Okay. So I have one value area, two I have VPOC. Okay, these are the two things that we are looking for. Okay, so value area if you see is this. Let me just use a different color maybe. Value area if you see is this. Okay, is this here, and VPOC is this. Okay, similarly on the cumulative delta also, this is the value area for the cumulative delta, and the VPOC, which is essentially if I see last 3-4 days, it means the most traded price is around 24,300. Okay, in Nifty. And this is what this information is giving. Okay. Now what we are trying to do is, okay, I'll just quickly cover the settings. I'll come back in. So here you can choose the frequency. For example, you want daily, you want monthly, you want weekly. So I have choose daily. You can choose weekly. So it gives the weekly profile. Daily gives the daily profile. You can just leave it auto essentially. Where most of the, it will, depending on the chart time frame, it will just select daily, weekly, monthly. Okay. Then orientation, whether you want the profile on the left or the right side. So you want the right side, you do left, right. Okay. With 50%, so how much do you want? So if you want the full coverage till this point, so I generally keep it at 50% because I don't like, the entire range to cover my chart. So I'll keep it at 50%. Okay. Composite profile information. Now this is the main profile information on the session. The second section is, you see, composite, which is this profile. Here I've kept it 20%. If I increase it, it will cover more chart area. So I don't want it to like overlap my entire chart area. So you can keep it at a 10 or a 15 or a 20% just to keep your charts clean. But the information is the same. Okay. And again, whether you want it right or left, and then what do you want to show? Total volume. You can show the bid ask also, which is buy and sell information. You can also show the delta, which is the net of buy and sell. So clearly, here is where most of the selling happened. So any price until it holds this level, you can say that okay, it can be on the upside because the sellers are trapped here. Below this, you can say okay, sellers are dominating. Generally, I just keep the total volume here. Okay. So these are the typical settings on the volume profile charts. Okay. So now VPOC, I think Angad already explained, but VPOC is basically within the entire chart, whatever place where the most of the volume happened, okay, is the day or the session or anything is called the VPOC. So generally focus on the VPOC, also focus on certain HVN, because VPOC, is this, for example, here is the VPOC. Also, this is a very high traded volume today. Yesterday, again, this was a VPOC, but this was a high traded zone again. Okay. This was the VPOC here, if you see. This was the VPOC here, if you see. So anywhere where max volume happened during the day, that zone is highlighted in a line, which is VPOC. VPOC as a theory is something which will you can say attracts price. Okay, so price, because most of the volume happened here, price will tend to migrate towards the VPOC as a general thumb rule. General thumb rule, not something that will apply as a default rule, but in general, if you say, okay, if I'm looking for market price to target somewhere, I'll target the higher VPOC or higher value zones. Okay. Now, this is the volume profile chart. Similarly, if you're doing volume profile, you can also do market profile. Okay, again, same place. Okay, you go to study, you go to order flow, and then you can just add the market profile chart. Okay, so this is the market profile chart. Market profile chart has certain different settings. I'll quickly cover it. One is, again, this thing, daily session, etc. Then you can do color, you can do different colors. I have the duo color, you can do multicolor, you can do up down color. So green days are up, red days are down, something like that. Okay, but I just like a simple color. Then the good part is you can also highlight the open close area. You can also split this. So for example, I want to see yesterday's profile as a cumulative thing, but today's profile, I just want to split the information into profile chart, so I can split this. So here it is split. If you shut this off, it will just show the profile. Okay. If you do the split, it will show the split. Okay. Okay. Again, you can choose whether to split all or generally all is not recommended. Generally, this is a good setting to see the candlestick structure of today alongside the profile, and then the profile of the other days. Basically, that's a good way to go. Okay. Value area can be highlighted here. Okay. So for example, this is the value area. Then the POC can be highlighted here. So I have the POCs marked. If you see white line POCs, actually, unfortunately it is white line, but you can change the color here if you want. So I've made it black now. Now if you see the POC line is all black. Okay. And value area outside region is to be color coded in a different color. So I have white, so you're not able to see it. I can change it to, let's say, gray. Okay. And just a second. Okay, just a second. This is covering this value area basically. So how much value area do you want to see? So you can also change the transparency here. So if I don't want it to, so I can just make it less transparent or more transparent just to have a good visual way. Okay. Then you can also highlight the initial balance, which is a common concept that you want to see. What is the initial balance? I can just select it here. Okay, and then you can also do a range extension basically of the initial balance. So if you see every day, it will highlight this initial balance in terms of the initial balance. So in those things you can see. You can highlight single prints in a structure, so it will really pick up the single prints wherever it is there, and be able to draw resistance and support lines. For example, single prints are being drawn as resistance and support lines. Okay, and then there's something called as prominent POC, which is basically, trying to where did I see? Yeah, if there are multiple POCs concentrating in a region, okay, this is called like a prominent POC. Basically, if multiple POCs, etc., are concentrated in region, you can highlight it to prominent POC. So prominent POC is something which has a more weightage compared to the normal POC. Okay, because more volume and things have traded here. Okay, you want to see the composite, you can show the composite on the right side. Okay, because the color settings, I think I'm not able to completely see it, but here is the composite. You can change the color of that. You can do it. You can choose the type of how you want to see linear, step, etc. Normally, linear histogram is the most common thing. Okay, then you can do the color selections here inside and outside value area. Those sort of things you can do that. Okay, here and what else? I think these are the typical settings of the volume profile and market profile chart. What we'll do here is I'll just select volume profile. This is what I'm using. I'll also try to cover here on the footprint chart, which is another. Okay, footprints will cover because that is something you'll be interested in.